Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan.
And today we are coming to you with a podcast, just like normal.
I've been finding myself doing this whenever you're saying the intro.
Yeah.
And it's because you know how like people that aren't on camera much, like, what do I do with my hands?
Right.
I don't know what to do with my head. Like, because if we're filming a video or something, or even like in the conversation now, there's like dynamism, right? Like human movement, words, etc. Sitting for the intro, because that's the activation, right?
Yeah.
I'm not activated yet. So I'm almost like an audience member, like,
We got to have you
right.
do the intro. I think we did that a few times back in the day.
And I crushed it.
And it's always like really fun.
It's like a 75% chance I get it.
I'm not going to force you to do it today.
I know the rhythm.
Practice your homework.
I know the syllables.
Practice your homework. Do your homework.
Practice your homework. Don't give it in.
You know, it's like I just love rhythmic intros. Like I feel like I could just like knock out a "Sup, you beautiful bastards." Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. I'm Phil DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow. That's the whole Phil DeFranco intro and outro.
Yeah, or the
and let's just jump into it, of course.
Yeah.
Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you rate it? Give it a like if you like. Something, please don't cry.
Is there another? Can you think of another podcast that does that, like in our kind of space, peers, our age-ish? People.
I think in a very, very old video of mine, I did a few intros. Well, this just happened to come up during a video that I did with Danny on my main channel, but we were talking about old Jake Paul vlogs, and the Jake Paul vlogs are so funny because they intro with a gunshot sound and then Jake Paul going, hey.
Really?
Yeah, let me play this.
Dude, modern Jake Paul, that feels like a Mandela effect thing where I feel like I could talk to someone that like, the boxer?
The boxer.
No, he used to be like a different kind of annoying.
Oh, like a very bad guy.
Like a louder annoying.
Get him a tattoo.
That's right. Huh? What? I just we had a friend around the other day, and they were showing us. I think they were going to do a stream where they watched every single carpool karaoke back to back, and if you got like 10 gift subs, you have to rewind 5 minutes or something. And I've never actually sat down and watched one. I've seen like a clip or like some kind of capital D discourse making fun of it, something like that. But thankfully, the era of James is coming to a close.
Yeah,
so I wanted to celebrate by watching a little bit of it.
Yeah, he was murdered in cold blood. The show was, not him.
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah.
It's so long.
Carpool karaoke?
Yeah,
James
carpool karaoke is so long for what the bit is.
Yeah.
This was like a 10 to 15 minute him and Migos. Maybe it's extended when it's online. They don't get it. Like they are not on board, and then take him to like their store and they dress him up and
they go somewhere.
Yeah, and they get out several times. It's really strange.
What? Yeah, I guess maybe I skipped those parts because there's a few that I've watched because there are some people who are like really good live singers, like Adele and like Usher and people like that, and even like Bruno Mars. I think I was curious like what his carpool karaoke was going to sound like. And so I think I may have just like watched them and like tapped through and maybe only listened to the karaoke parts.
Yeah.
So in my mind, it's just like an 8-minute video of them doing karaoke in a car, but maybe there's more beats to it.
I feel like they'll sometimes go, I mean, sometimes they'll just go through a drive through, but to get out of the car and stop singing to me, it's like, so that you're just hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the getup of how they record them? I think that sometimes they drive, or maybe most of the time, James Corden is actually driving. But there was a thing that went viral a while back where they weren't actually driving the car. It was on like
it's like a film production.
Like a film production, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Apparently he like addressed the controversy in a video and he was like, I wasn't feeling good that day. Yeah, maybe we can watch that.
I was drunk. Who cares, man? For real?
Thanks for being here tonight. Now, I have to talk to you about something. Now, I'm sure many of you have heard. I've recently been the victim of a scandal. There's been some very, very serious allegations made against me.
Let's get going, James. Let's come on, mate.
I get
6 minutes 30 for this. Is it?
I know. I don't think that in this climate playing with the I actually playing with their serious allegations against me thing is tasteful. I did do this once for a YouTube short. I titled it like addressing the allegations. And it was about me not being Jake from State Farm or something like that.
Sure.
And I was like desperate to try to get a short to like do something. And I don't like that I did that.
It's also but like a case of platform and pace where like this is so long that this bit is going. And the joke is, I've been accused of abuse. That's like the joke he's doing. But actually, don't worry, guys. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Also, it's a climate where like his contemporaries have had controversies.
Don't worry.
You know what I mean?
Me and Ellen, psych, I'm normal. I'm not like Ellen.
Yeah, so I think if any of my contemporaries in the space had controversies about this, I probably wouldn't have made a joke.
Yeah, especially not like within the last 6 months.
Yeah. That's more the. But again, I think it was like a cheap joke for a YouTube short that I did. This is 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
And address those rumors and assure you, my audience, that these accusations are not true. Okay? I am, of course, talking.
Let's get it moving, James. Yeah. Come on, mate.
I am, of course, talking about the people saying that I don't drive the car during carpool karaoke. Right?
Mm-hmm. Big sign.
Applaud. It's lighting up.
The gun turrets are lined up.
The turrets point to the audience and they cock. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, there's everyone's got like a laser on their forehead.
200 turrets.
I haven't talked about this on the podcast, but I have been to a live filming of one of these shows, not to James Corden.
Oh, really?
But I went to a live taping of Lily Singh's show.
Oh, what's the most diplomatic response I can have?
Well, yeah, I would say I think we should be absolutely diplomatic here, just because I have friends and stuff who work on the show or who work with the talent and stuff like that. So I don't want to disrespect anybody.
No, but the only thought I had is I have no opinion at all.
Well, I will tell you something. I sat near the fucking front row, like side front row area. And I was
the splash zone
because at the time, my management, we like kind of like were like management siblings. Like her manager and my manager knew each other or worked with each other at the time. And so I got put in the like VIP section or something like that. And that was a mistake. I was like,
the sing zone.
I agreed to do it because I was like, this will be a fun experience. I went with Jessica Crabb. And it was, well, one, the warm-up comic. God, this was so embarrassing.
Oh, wait. This part sounds familiar-ish.
Yeah.
When was this? Like 4 years ago?
It was a while ago. It must have been a long time ago.
Pre-COVID, right?
Yeah, pre-COVID. So the warm-up comic was like making jokes towards me. And I was like trying to go along with it. I'm just trying to be a good audience member. You know what I mean? And
what, you're like the joke surrogate, like eye contact, like, am I right, sir? Whatever.
Yeah.
This guy gets it.
Right. It was something like that. And I don't know how this came up. And he was like, what do you do? And I, in that moment, was like, I want to lie. I want to say I'm like a software engineer or whatever. Mm. And I was like, I do YouTube. And then he was like, wait, should I know who you are? Does anybody in the audience know who this guy is?
What are you doing?
And then in that moment, I was like, I want to leave this earth. Like, please take me to Mars.
This can't be televised.
Yeah.
This bit is for no one.
Thankfully, it wasn't televised because this is just the warm up for the shoot, for the thing. Like, but still, like.
Such a strange approach.
It was bad. And then I had to listen as like the crowd of people decide if they know who I am or not. I was like, this is humiliating.
This is going through TSA.
Yeah, I was like, I get it, dude, but chill out.
If no matter what the answer is, it's not going to get a laugh.
No,
So
it's
let's
not
just
comedy.
skip
You're not
past it.
the audience warm it. And so I just listened to just like it was the most humbling experience ever because I was already on the fence about being there, and then it was just a bunch of people go, hey, do you know who this guy is? And then a bunch of people were like, and then somebody's like, yeah.
There's no,
You know?
I mean, there's no universe where anybody enthusiastically is like, yeah, now target me.
Right, exactly, because you're almost asking to invite further conversation.
Does anybody else want to be yelled at?
And I was like, oh, no, I'll die. You know, you could just, whip out a gun and shoot me on the spot. Like, please end this, whatever you want.
I'll head, yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll just sit on stage.
But that episode of Lily Singh was so nerve-wracking for me being in that audience because beforehand they give you a talking to where they're like, all right, so Lily's about to come out, and this could be James, this could be anybody, and these are just people doing their jobs, but this is how this thing works. I want to instill it. So that's not a thing on, this happens with all these shows. Mm-hmm. They're like, Lily's about to come out, and we want to see you guys smiling, we want to see you guys clapping, we want to see you guys having a good time. And the cameras are going to be on you. And I'm like, oh, no. So the whole time.
Are they giving that special emphasis to the front row? Or just
they're like, you're in the splash zone.
Oh, you're in the exit row on the plane.
Yeah. We're going to, oh, yeah, exactly. You're the extra on the plane. You're actually seated in the front. So we're going to, in the event of a joke, we're going to need you to laugh.
Yeah, please chuckle.
Yeah. These are the exits right here. And it cuts off right here. So your face is going to be in front of 100,000 people.
I just want to check. Would you be willing to guffaw if something?
Yeah.
If the plane went down?
Yeah. If the plane goes down, could you give a yuck?
Yeah. Could you pop off?
Could you pop off a little bit? Could you make a meme about yourself where people are like, "This guy's loving these jokes"?
Yeah. Sorry. Does anybody here know who this is? We've got that bit prepared as well.
No, not
Every
again.
joke.
The voices. So the whole time I'm just like, oh my God. My face, the fucking muscles in my face were sore from all of the like smiling and laughing at literally everything that was happening.
Just in
because I
case.
felt like I had a gun to my head and I had to, or else.
Well, it's weird when you see that one shot in a special where maybe in the edit they didn't spot that someone like far on the left was sour as fuck.
And you know it's gonna go viral.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's gonna be like, did anybody notice Jarvis Johnson not having a good time in the audience last night?
Well, Tom Hanks did not like this Gervais joke at the Golden Globes.
Yeah, and then it's
Okay.
and he's like dissociating about something completely unrelated.
Yeah, it's a
'cause he's
shot
human
from an
being.
hour earlier when
Yeah.
like, he stubbed his toes or whatever.
Yeah, and so that was what I wanted to avoid, and it's why it was a painful experience.
Dude, that straddling that line, especially in like public spaces where there's 100 people that could be being recorded. I felt like there's actually a little bit of a creative clash at the after party thing, because there were people drifting around recording some rigs and stuff, and every now and then I'm like, okay, how much am I gonna get? Wow, Jordan's pretty drunk looking in this photo, or Jordan looks kind of bored. And then when it happens, when there's like even one tweet, like those are the shoes he's wearing. It's like, yeah. Dude, they're orthopedic. My body is broken. I'm sorry. But that's a boring reply.
Yeah, that happened at the last Creator Clash where it's like, look at Drew and Jarvis's face during the national anthem.
Patriots?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's a funny idea to criticize. That's such a weird.
these guys are not having a good time.
Well, not my president's friends.
So, all right, let's continue with James.
Now, I really hate that I'm about to say this, right? But fake news, okay? Now, to
What's
get
the date on this?
Yeah, hold on.
Wow.
3 years ago.
Very fucking timely, James.
25 million views.
Dude,
Yeah, wait, 3 years ago, Trump was out of office. Wait,
what was the date? Oh,
I think if I roll over it, January 2020. That's the
the
inauguration
last-
day.
That is so funny. Wait, isn't it the year before?
Oh, it is the year before.
I tell you, those COVID years, those cleansing Congress.
COVID years.
get you caught up to speed, a few days ago, somebody tweeted this video.
Yo, it's the Beebs. You're doing carpool karaoke.
That is so funny.
Hey, Bieber. Justin Bieber.
Oh,
And James Corden.
Oh my God, it's the Biebs, the Biebs, the Biebs.
It's fucking, you know.
Who is that? Justin Bieber.
Is that
And then
Trevor Noah?
sure, yeah,
One of them,
James Gandolfini. I don't,
What year is this?
yeah.
Hey, I'm in trouble for I'm not driving the car.
I don't do it, James Gandolfini.
I'm not driving the car.
Oh no, I've unlocked something.
Dean's enjoying this one.
Oh yeah, forgot that we did a stream for Curtis's birthday where we were opening Pokemon cards, and Jordan and Dean are in the background talking about The Godfather. I don't know.
Talking about The Sopranos.
The Sopranos,
very
yeah.
cautiously discussing that. I didn't want it to be, you know, too loud or get in the way, but neither of us knew the other person also loved The Sopranos. So it was just
Yeah,
this
it was
moment.
very
of like,
adorable.
holy shit. We should have done a stream where we open up Sopranos episodes.
Oh yeah, just one by one. Go. Oh, this is the one where James Gandolfini is in it.
Yeah, again. All right, good. Cool. Probably a good one.
I know this looks bad.
He's really slow rolling this.
Crazy.
And it has caused somewhat of a media frenzy. BuzzFeed said James Corden has been exposed. AOL called it dream-shattering carpool karaoke.
Who called it?
What?
AOL? Are we really? I'm sorry.
Primary source, AOL.
What year is it? I don't know if that's like you're allowed to use that headline.
America Online says.
Yeah. AOL, which hasn't been relevant for 1,000 years.
I think it's very possible that like there's people watching that do not know what AOL is.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's how I used to get online
Yeah,
in
dude.
America.
want to feel old.
Did they have it in your just Britain Online?
Yeah.
BOL.
That's a good point. We did have AOL, but only for emails.
Oh.
So we had America Online for sending letters.
That's so weird.
It was strange, dude. I
You've
don't
got
remember,
mail.
I don't remember the logistics of the internet at all. All I remember is desperately trying to get access to the Matrix Online.
Oh, dude, that
Just
was
working so hard on my on my mum's dog shit PC and terrible internet.
I also tried to get onto the Matrix Online and it worked a little bit and then not at all.
Dude, and now it's shut down.
Yeah, it's
We are
gone.
never going to get up there. Somebody with a private server, please get us involved.
Yeah, do they run?
I would
private
like
servers?
to play as the Seraphim,
Yeah.
if I could choose, actually.
Yeah, isn't that the one where, spoiler alert, Morpheus dies? Doesn't Morpheus die in online or Path of Neo? or some
I
shit like that?
believe he does die in that, and maybe because it's canon.
Yeah, it's
Not in
canon.
the Animatrix, and then that was the whole thing about like, hey, why is Lawrence Fishburne not in the new
Exactly,
movie?
and they're like, well, because in the Matrix Online.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. It's all right. We found another one.
Yeah.
We found another one of those guys.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't Lawrence Fishburne.
Where do you think this video could possibly go for the next 4.5 minutes?
It's weird to have kicked it. It's almost insecure that he kicked it off with like that little apology, sigh, etc.
Yeah.
Because now it's just partially like a real excuse.
Yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
Like, no, actually I do drive it most of the time. Just it wasn't that day. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, either just don't address it or only joke about it. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Look, I'm just shocked I've done something that upset people more than cats, right?
Hey, he's poking a little fun at himself.
Hey, look, I can criticize myself, man. I'm a little
Look at
I'm
it,
fun.
look at
What
him
can I
having
say?
fun. He's having so much fun joking
Hey,
about himself.
dude, he treats his staff really bad, I heard.
I forgot Reggie watched this.
The one that hurt the most was when I got called a liar, right? And that was by the Twitter user Assgaze, okay?
Oh, this is rough, man. This is like some boomer Twitter. Hey, you ever notice that the usernames are sometimes a little odd?
I upset ass gaze.
Okay, sure, pal. Well, maybe get a real name, you know?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like,
saying? This reminds me of like a bygone age. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Which it's like maybe it's just because we've fallen out.
It
Of
reminds me of a
watching
time when the internet was new.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
To make the joke of, okay, get a real name. Yeah.
Do you remember
Okay.
At Midnight?
Yes, I never really watched it. That was the Chris Hardwick one. Right?
Yeah. Great concept for a show.
It's a quiz.
No, it's basically like an improv, like make a joke about a thing.
Oh,
show.
points. Right.
Points.
Shouts points.
Yeah.
And then it just went away for no reason.
Yeah.
That and Breaking Red. Whatever the fuck those shows are called. Chatty Man.
Fucking Walking Dead after show.
Oh yeah, it's done. Time to talk.
After the
Are people
credits,
watching this?
Yeah.
Why is it in my YouTube shorts? Clips of The Walking Dead. Never seen it.
That's wild.
Please stop.
My shorts are like, I took this shelter dog for a day on the town. Someone adopt it, please.
To get that instead of the Joe Rogan shorts that I get, where every single one starts with, so there's this guy. So did you guys hear about this guy so he does free solo, but he kisses the mountain every time or something? Or like,
Yeah.
This guy had sex with space. Neil
Whoa.
was telling me about it. Tyson was
Is that
telling
what
me.
Joe Rogan talks about? I don't even know.
It's just all weird,
Weird
anecdotes
guys.
about a thing that
about
is a
a
lie.
friend of his. Yeah.
like when Matt Watson got beat up by dad. It was like,
Right.
I can't believe a father.
I
did
can't
this to
believe a
his son."
father did that to his son.
Dude,
Um,
he rules. His brain's broken.
he's the best. And by the best, I mean the worst.
Piece
Yeah.
of shit. Oh come on, man.
I mean, some of mine's basketball stuff. Some of mine's there's fitness stuff in here.
do you find that if you do watch more of like say the basketball stuff, it starts drawing you into some Andrew Tate stuff? Maybe.
I still have not gotten any of the alpha male stuff.
What's going on? Oh, you think it's actually because I maybe watched it for stream or something?
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
that's it,
you watched it on your
It's
main.
been a long
account.
time.
I've
Moved twice since I last watched.
I
that
have
kind of shit.
burner YouTube accounts for my dirty YouTube history that I can't expose. It's usually for stream
Maybe
stuff.
it's Ethan on the IP.
Yeah, it's like you're attached to a guy who just watches the worst shit.
The most
imaginable.
evil man. I know this is.
Gotta clap for ass gaze.
Dude, that neon clap sign is
there are
busy.
people I would lie to in this world, but I would never lie to ass gays. Okay?
It's just like the joke has already been made.
What are the numbers? What did this show pull numbers wise per episode? Because I don't know people that watch it, but also I don't know a lot of people that watch terrestrial TV.
Well,
right?
this clip getting 25 million views is pretty impressive. But but I heard that the show. I actually was going to bring this up. I think the show was like hemorrhaging money. James Corden show loses money.
Because they didn't just drop him; they dropped the show.
Yeah, late night show was losing up to 20 million a year. It costs between 60 to 65 million a year to produce. That's yeah. How? Where is it going? Where is the money going?
What does James pull? What is James's chunk of that?
That's a great question because this show I could have sworn was like the lower production version of one of these shows.
Yeah, what does Fallon cost? I mean, I'm sure more, but not fucking double, right?
6 million a year.
Where's 10 times that going for that production?
I don't know.
What? Shout out, James.
Okay, let's look at
Just have a
Cracked.
little-
Remember when Cracked.com was a website?
Dude, did we travel back in time for this episode, by the way? Yo, can you boot up something awful? Maybe some Newgrounds?
Yeah, for real. CBS could not afford him anymore. Though CBS has claimed they desperately tried to retain Corden for an extra 3 seasons before he made the decision to walk.
I mean, damn, no amount of money would make me be able to tolerate that much hate. If I was
Yeah.
already like rich enough to retire, then I don't know if I would stick around to be yelled at by 2 assholes on a podcast. So
Yeah. The 65 million figure that Stellar was given is staggeringly high price tag for a format that historically doesn't need much of a soundstage, more than a soundstage, a desk, and an uncomfortable couch.
what a strange, like, I mean, obviously we're not the first to touch on like, hey, late night is kind of an outdated formula and maybe not a great investment and not super duper funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's certainly an audience, right? Certain demographic. It's just such an odd thing to want to emulate and launch a new version of, trying to bet on like, I mean, some of these shows are daily, literally, right?
Okay.
Like every night.
Yeah,
How do you absorb? How do you cannibalize an audience? Do you watch 2 of these in a row?
Yeah.
So they can both talk about the Cheeto in chief or whatever?
It looks like, okay, so the finale of the show got 1.4 million. That's not a lot.
It's not a lot at all.
Yeah.
For a finale of a show.
For the
cost
series
$6
finale of an
million.
8-year run.
60
Dude,
million a year.
TV is dying, man.
That's
like
rough,
this is unreal.
Do you watch outside of like athletics? Do you watch anything on TV.
One of my favorite shows, The Good Doctor, actually runs on network
that's
television.
right. You've watched the latest season, right?
Oh, every
He
episode.
gains a new autism power.
I haven't seen a single episode of The Good Doctor.
Can fire lasers now.
No shot. James Corden's middle name is Kimberly. That's awesome. That's the best thing about him.
That's kind of cool, actually. Like that and his $6 million salary.
Yeah.
Mate, where is $54 million going? How much was the desk? They have to pay for everything. Reggie's bringing in 30.
Okay. James Corden's regular viewership is 600K an episode. That's a Jarvis Johnson Gold number.
That's actually fucking nuts.
Where's my 65 million?
Bro, wait. Yeah, can we have 60 million for the Chad podcast
Yeah,
episode, please?
can we please? Dude, our uncomfortable couch costs, I don't know, $600.
Jacob, what are we paying you? It's in the 6 million range. Right?
It's like when he started, it was 4 to 6 million.
Right,
but
of course. But then
Yeah.
you were in Cats.
then he was in Cats and his number shot
Right
straight up.
The last episode of Sad Boys will pull better numbers than that.
Dude, this
1.7.
is wild, actually.
Dude, we pulled better numbers than that by watching a racist reality TV show.
Okay, so these numbers are good, but I mean, you think about how much they cost.
Where is he on the old...
Oh, he's 37 down here. He's 37th on CBS alone.
Beat by Colbert, beat by... everything.
Yeah, he's kind of beat by everything.
Wait, does that mean is he literally the lowest on the entire network?
I don't think they're
does it
showing us
stop?
beyond 37.
What's 60 Minutes and Young Sheldon right at the beat? You see a couple people shout us out. They're like, my mum watches Young Sheldon,
Yeah.
actually.
Did that happen?
Yeah, they're like, actually, I know quite a few people that watch Young Sheldon.
This is interesting. Name 2 shows on CBS that aren't 60 Minutes and James Corden. Or Young Sheldon. Actually, no. Here's another thing.
Okay.
True crime dramas. Not true crime dramas. What are they called? What are those police shows? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Like a CSI.
Yeah. What's the CSI of CBS?
TBH. IDK.
NCIS.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That gets 6.6 million
Fucking
views an
hell yeah.
episode.
It's just a regular one. It's not like...
Yeah.
Do you know what NCIS stands for, by the way?
No, because sex.
It's
Naval?
Naval. It's only the Navy. Isn't that crazy?
What?
It's like a regular crime show, but then at the end of like, and he killed her and had a boat. And he used to be in the Navy. I don't know.
That's a really good YouTube
He drowned
short, by the way.
her.
Do you know what NCIS stands for? Is a great YouTube short.
I can't like. Also, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, but like, is it CSI Special Victims Unit?
No, that's Law and Order.
Law and Order Special Victims Unit. You know what the special element is?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy that a daytime drama is
Yeah.
all about assault.
It's
All of it, every episode.
John Mulaney actually has a great bit on this in his 2009 comedy special, The Top Part. Maybe it was 2008. Where
Not the bottom.
it's
It's the top part.
yeah, it's like his bit about the king. What's it? Not King Midas. What's the one with the baby splitting? The like 2 mothers fighting over their
Yeah.
baby. The Mulaney bit is about how Ice-T they will just say the victim had anal contusions or whatever.
Yeah. What's that mean? What's a
yeah, it's
contusion?
like listing things.
What's murder?
It's like you're telling me this creep got off on little kids, and it's like, yeah, you work in the sex crimes division. How are you surprised every week? So I'm just gonna list off shows that are on CBS that do not sound like shows.
Okay, can you? Yeah, give me. Wait. Yeah. Hit me and then see if. Give me the first letter of one.
F. Think of police.
Fuck, a criminal.
No, think of a 3-letter organization.
Is it FBI colon something?
Well, just FBI.
There's just a show called
There's
FBI.
just a show called FBI.
What? Is there a CIA?
There's also FBI colon. In the top 10 of CBS shows, there's FBI and 2 FBI colons.
Really?
Yes.
What are they?
FBI International.
Wait, what?
Which
That's a
seems
CIA.
like outside of their jurisdiction. I don't know if you should be allowed to be the international federal business, like
That's just what the CIA
Bureau
is.
of Investigation. And then
FBI state level.
yeah, FBI Universe. So there's also FBI Most Wanted,
Oh, okay.
and then there's NCIS, of course. But then there's 1, a 2. There's 2 NCIS colons.
NCIS Nights.
NCIS Hawaii.
Oh, is the other one location?
Yeah.
What's the regular one? I don't even know. The Navy, the
Think
water.
of the most boring possible place considering it's a production that happens in Los Angeles.
Is it on? It has to be on the coast, right? For Navy purposes.
Great question. Yeah, I guess.
NCIS LA.
Yes. It's NCIS Los Angeles. I cannot believe
They
that.
just they're done. They don't want to put more effort in.
Yeah, they literally are like, where, I don't know, here?
I'm
They're
like, wait, there's a show just called SWAT.
damn it. I was going to ask you about that one.
Just organization.
Yeah, it's just like name another organization. There's a show called So Help Me Todd.
What is that? Do you reckon that's one of those like Young Rock, Young Sheldon? It's a character from something.
Oh, you might be right.
Oh wait, no. Let me guess.
Okay.
It's a King of Queens style.
Oh,
I'm a Bad Husband drama or Last Man
It's-
Standing.
it sounds like it. The series follows a talented but directionless private investigator who begrudgingly agrees to work at his overbearing mother's law firm.
Oh,
Skylar
what the hell?
Astin is in it, yeah.
How many episodes?
Is Skylar Astin in it, or?
Just total. How many episodes?
There's 1 season and 20 episodes, but
Oh.
it's been renewed in February for the second
thank
season.
God.
So help me, Todd.
Oh, thank Todd.
So there's another show called Neighborhood. There's another show called East New York. What even is this?
Is that one even a crime one?
These are just locations. East New York.
Dude, James is taking the L to 36 of these shows.
It's a drama. Deputy Inspector. Is this all about
it's all
crime?
that crime. Okay,
Why
that
is it
makes
all
sense.
about crime?
East New York. Not West Coast
Literally
New York.
all of these shows. So help me, Todd.
What's
is
Fire
awesome.
Country?
Oh, I was gonna say there's another show about. I think it's about firefighters.
It must be. It's just organizations and
then
locations.
Blue Bloods. That's another police one.
That's that, like, there's like 4 generations of police all at the same time or something. They've got a guy that's 3 years older than Tom Selleck. Because if they were any older, like his actual dad's age, they would be dead.
Yeah.
You cannot have... Police don't live that long.
And then there's Equalizer. The Equalizer.
Oh, like the movie?
Maybe.
Like with Denzel?
So yes, it's a crime drama. I know everyone was wondering about this. And this reboot stars Queen Latifah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, 3 seasons. All right. Speaking of network hosts, we talked about Bluesky on one of the older episodes, and I already am not using it. But I check it every now and then. It's still just like I have one invite. I can invite you to it now.
Oh, please.
But Jimmy Fallon joined it.
Oh, thank God. Now it's funny.
And so Jimmy Fallon joined it and people immediately started bullying him.
It's so mean.
It's so funny. So like Jimmy Fallon posted this image of him playing Tears of the Kingdom, which by the way, it's so good.
It's so innocuous. It's just a guy having fun.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon's just like, I'm playing this. I'm just like you.
His caption is day 1 jumping in.
Jumping in.
He looks kind of miserable. But
He's a little bit jumping in because he's jumping down into the world, but he's also jumping into blue sky. And then he's also jumping into a blue sky, like Link in Tears of the Kingdom. Great game.
Sick.
sold 10 million copies first 3 days. Crazy.
You're welcome.
And all the videos of people making stuff are so good. Anyway, everyone saw this and said, fuck you, Jimmy Fallon, pay your staff. But I do think that he came out and said he was going to do that.
Are they just referencing the writer's strike?
They
Or does he
are.
have,
Because there was a story at least I think so. There was a story a while back about how Seth Meyers was going to cover his writer's salary for as long as he could. And people were like, okay, Jimmy Fallon, your move. Like, you need to do this too. Because he hadn't at that point. Because I think that there was a tweet about some writers for Fallon were like on a Zoom call and they were told that they would, have 2 weeks. And they were like, whatever. But then I think he did come out and say that he was going to support them for some amount of time. And he also picketed, but that's, just could just be optics. So I don't know, like.
what's a Bluesky? What do you put?
And then.
Like a true social is a truth. A tweet is a Twitter is a truth.
Oh, do you want to know?
Yeah.
It's a skeet.
Are you serious?
Well, that's what the community is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought maybe
It's
just
not
Jack
like
just didn't know.
It's not the official thing, no, but people call, but that's the term that people have chosen.
Oh, man, that's unfortunate.
Skeet. But everybody just makes jokes about it. I don't know. It's like, it feels kind of like tongue in cheek because everybody's like in on the joke.
Does it feel different, Bluesky?
No.
It
It's just a different, like the people on it are a specific crowd. So it feels different for that reason. But
hey, let me just say, boy, am I less incentivized to use Twitter now that I have to, every single time I look at replies, harshly swipe to get past all the blue checks.
oh,
It's like the site is just slower. It's like, oh, I can see the replies in about 10 seconds once
and
I've
then the
shifted.
ads also in the replies.
Dude.
It's like, I hate when you're reading replies and then you find yourself reading an ad.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the fuck is this?
fuck is this?
It doesn't even make me want the thing. It just makes me hate everything.
It's the most unpleasant time to present me an ad. I don't
Yeah,
even care
exactly.
about the product. Seriously, the worst thing about the blue check thing right now, it's not just getting prioritized or having bad takes on stuff, is that blue checks are really unfunny.
yeah.
So if it's a shit post, the first thing I have to see is like, this, and then a finger pointing up.
Saving this one.
Yeah, I'll just leave this here. And then it's just a laughing picture of Dexter or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this?
Twitter hired. Okay, so in other Twitter news,
Oh, yeah.
there's a funny thing. Before we talk about the new Twitter CEO, at which point I do not have a take. I thought this was funny. I don't understand the Twitter community context, like community notes, but they are maybe the only good feature of Twitter in the Elon era. And so Uber did this ad, and Uber, of course, is paying for the gold check. When you drive with Uber, you're the boss. Hashtag Uber, hashtag earn like a boss. And then readers add in context. Uber advertises earn like a boss. However, in reality, Uber driver compensation averages $11.77 per hour. And then this tweet has been deleted because there was a story.
They deleted it. That
Twitter
rules.
reportedly lost 40 million in ad revenue after two notable companies received community notes on their ads.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah. There's got to be a link here. Dexterito is paying for the thing too, but where's the link?
What's that corporate check putting them back?
$1,000 a month. Which is
For a corporation is nothing, but that's
for a
just-
corporation it's nothing, but also for Twitter it's nothing.
It's so
because there's so
embarrassing.
few corporations who are going to pay that price tag. There's just not enough companies with followings on Twitter.
If 1,000 did it, it's nothing.
That's the thing.
That's
It's like it
actually
doesn't make
crazy.
any sense.
It's a feature to support. It's a thing for people to complain about.
Oh, that's interesting though, because I'm trying to search for the Dexterito like source, and it does not come up. So I mean, like now it's just like hearsay. Because
What was the other one? Like, what was the other? Was
I don't know. Because I would love to know. Someone said 1,000% Samsung was one of them. Oh, it could be because of the fake moon ad that Samsung did.
Oh, is it just speculative?
Well, now it's speculative because there's no fucking link. I don't know how they posted this and then didn't post a link. or didn't leave the tweet up. Like, what the shit is that?
Look at me. I care about my sources when I resource.
Yeah,
when I research
especially if
stuff.
you're like trying to be a journalistic outlet.
This nerd over here following all the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't lie online. But important stuff.
Fake news.
Shut up.
There's a but yeah, there's a new Twitter CEO and everybody's mad.
That's such a God. That felt good.
Yeah.
Because I know they're still not. Because what? He's still heading a product or whatever, or nominally by title. Still
Something.
product.
He's like
still
divesting himself from the company, I think, eventually. I don't know. But
he's having a horrible time.
Clearly.
He just gets to post absolute banger memes. I also serve memes or whatever.
Yeah, yes. Thinking of the I'm also serving the memes.
I also serve a lot of memes.
I also serve a lot of memes.
He like speaks over himself. He like stumbles, and then the crowd's like, "Yeah, man, hell, fucking yes. Hey, we're Bill Maher's audience. We have no opinions or taste."
A lot of people, like the new Twitter CEO, got like 400,000 followers like overnight after being announced, and all the replies to her tweets are like, are you gonna keep this a free speech platform? Because that doesn't seem like what you care about. You tweeted about the vaccine. You know that's fake, right? Like it's weird. It's all from blue checks.
Is that even an opinion that, like, Elon espouses, that the vaccine's fake?
I think whenever somebody says something like about the vaccine, Elon goes, interesting.
Looking into
the yeah.
Fixing it. Contacting support. Firing whoever made it. She sucks, right?
I don't know anything about her. She's an ad exec, so
she has like horrible political opinions.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I mean,
cool.
she kind of has to suck because she's like an ad exec, right? Like,
oh, dude, she get that blue check for free?
Whoa,
Jealous.
That's crazy. Is she notable? Damn.
It's a legacy one. It may be good. It might be stupid.
So that's May 14th. She deleted it.
Wait, what?
No, because wait, never mind. I lied.
Oh my God, like Dick Soda.
Yeah, look at the replies. This 7,900 replies, 5,000 replies. People want to be heard so bad. I guarantee you it's all blue checks going. Don't bring World Economic Forum policies to Twitter. We don't believe in global government of unelected elitists, and neither does your new boss.
Yeah, I think she's like an advocate or member of.
Oh.
And like an advocate for many other think tank style organizations, which is like, yeah, okay. So all these freaks are. They all have like financial interest in
Will you
propaganda.
denounce the World Economic Forum?
No.
I truly do. I don't even have the context, and I think this is like such a weird.
She just supports it, and it's like it's a government think tank. So that's,
yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I actually don't know about that.
I can get my customers to communicate, and then they could also buy stuff. That sounds pretty good, right?
You'll be able to buy things just directly on Twitter. One click, boom, done.
But they need to feel that.
One click, boom, done.
Boom, done. Yes, you'll be able to buy things on Twitter. I also serve a lot of memes. We ever think of Paul? He sounds like he's melting.
There is.
Oh yeah, so everybody's just like concerned about censorship.
I know that like the For You right now is all wonky and it's not showing, it's all over the shop. I'm seeing relatively little Elon discourse. I feel like the fatigue has kicked in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Versus even a month ago.
Well, what do you think about my Doge wallet, my Doge official, with a
$1,000 a
gold
month.
check mark saying, "Do you like dogs and memes?" And then Ilanchi
human typed it.
Muscamoto responds, "Seems so." She follows Dogecoin. Good Lord.
That's so sick.
That's probably like somebody told her to follow it so that like the weirdos like get
of
off her
course,
back.
dude. She doesn't even run the account.
Yeah.
Like, she's wiser than Elon.
She's like, I'm here and I'm excited to talk about Penn State football. And then they're like, speak on the World Economic Forum.
Dude, she doesn't have the Twitter check.
Oh.
the little staff.
The little staff one. Yeah, she doesn't.
Still in the interview phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, people freaked out, huh? And
Yeah.
of course, it's like, there's no additional reason why people may not like her specifically less than Elon. Like, there's no blue check mark type people. There's nothing about, say, woman becoming the CEO, say that they might find off-putting.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, nothing. Not a single thing.
Unless she's all hormonal and she deletes stuff. Am I right?
That's got to be a take.
Yeah, she's got to start
Absolutely.
stealing memes. Do you think Elon's
She's
going to
gotta
give her a
start
crash
serving
course in
memes.
how to be like an epic poster?
If you ever go on Bill Maher, is that a crush?
Yeah, here's my coat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the house style.
It's on onboarding. Yeah, here's how you properly crop a meme from to exclude the person you're stealing it
Yeah,
from.
240p is the most that really any meme should be.
Lower quality means better.
Emerald mine.
The other week we talked about the I Show Speed and Kai Cenat music video, the Who Let the Dogs Out. We talked about it on Sad Boys Nights, our Patreon podcast, which, by the way, I want to just say, I know we talk about our Patreon a fair amount. It's because we need people to know that it exists, and it's an important part of us being able to continue doing the show. But it's not meant to like give you FOMO. At the end of the day, it's like entertainment. You know, you're not missing anything other than more content. But anyway, you know, free show comes out every week. And but we happened to talk about and we just couldn't because of YouTube copyright thing. And the fact that I Show Speed has been like using that company that improperly copyright claims people.
It's
like
the new thing.
Yeah, too much risk. But Kai and Speed made a music video, and I think they're working a lot together recently because there's talk. Are you up to speed about the like stream wars of the streaming platforms?
Up to speed and
So
is that recent?
There's a real recent
Oh, okay,
development.
then
Yeah, which seems pretty big, but we'll see. So you know, there's Kick, and they paid Aiden Ross a lot of money to like kind of shepherd their thing, and they're financed by the crypto gambling website Stake. Like I think it's co-owned by the Stake people, and then there's Rumble, which is the Sneakos on there. That's all I know. I don't like know their vibe other than that.
It's the fake numbers alternative that all of the people that are too psychopathic to be allowed on even Kick.
Right.
Because it's people like, it's like Aiden Ross, except they like did kill someone.
Because like I know Sneako's on there, and then like Aiden and Sneako have been streaming a lot lately. According to, I do get some of these YouTube shorts of Sneako and Aiden talking.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's awesome.
That was exhausting. Well, that's where Steven Crowder went to Rumble once he got booted.
Oh,
And the numbers are fake. They're completely fake.
The other part of the discourse is that people are saying, why doesn't Kai have a Twitch deal? He's the biggest creator on the platform.
Right.
All these creators are getting paid a bag. You know, Ludwig got paid a ton of money to, you know, go over to YouTube exclusively from Twitch. And Twitch isn't like footing money for their creators to stay on their platform. But by all virtue of not having a deal, there's also no exclusivity in the new partner agreement. So theoretically, and also Speed is a YouTube streamer, I should say, and Kai is on Twitch. Kai and Speed have a show that's going to be streamed that is on Rumble exclusively.
What the fuck?
And like there was a thing that Aiden said, like Aiden said that Kick offered them $40 million and they turned it down to go to Rumble. That's what Aiden said.
God, what a frustrating source.
Yeah, literally.
Damn it. If that's true, it's interesting, and I hope, man, I don't think Aiden Ross knows what order numbers go in.
Yeah.
He could mean like 2. He's the equalizer.
Yeah, so they're going to stream on their own platforms, but then they're also going to do an exclusive show on Rumble.
I've been thinking, since you been, let's start our own show. No, man, I'm getting out. Professional football players. Professional footballer? Man United.
What the hell is going
What
on?
the fuck? This is like Deep Dream.
yeah, like what?
Bro, anybody gonna watch this? Yeah, you right. You born as fuck anyways, bro. Bro, you from Ohio. And bitch, you from the Bronx. Bro, fuck you. What the fuck?
Well, that's just like exactly what a nightmare feels like. Do you know what I mean? It's like the pieces make sense while you're watching it, and then you wake up and it's like, oh, that was just bad. Just feel awful. It was a tiger, I think. It was my dad.
It's like looked so expensive to produce that trailer.
How much do you want to bet? None of that is in the show. That is just, you know, when if you watch like an anime OP, it's all animated only for the OP. It's not clips from the show.
I just can't imagine how that would be live. Any of those clips.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, are they trying to do like a Wild Boys Jackass thing? Is that like
maybe, but live?
At that production, I mean, it's, I guess just not going to be that production level.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just pre-film it, then put it live.
Yeah. Like it's a YouTube premiere.
Look, I don't like that this is my opinion because it feels like such an old man take. They're so fucking loud.
Oh no!
So
You're doing it. You're doing the
fucking
thing.
Loud all the time, dude. It's tiring. How do people watch it? It's like sour gummies. Like when you're a kid, you can handle it, like the stimulation. But now it's like, can you just chill, dude?
Yeah.
Like I finally like got into Demon Slayer. It's like a really good show. I enjoyed it, burned through it. But there are parts where I've like paused it or jumped forward because there's just so much screaming. Like in between, and not like shonen fight screaming. It's comedy bits.
Right.
And it's not an unfunny show, but every now and then the punchline will just be like,
oh yeah.
I can. How do people, it's like giving me more tinnitus. It's so much.
Yeah. It's like stage voice, but like you have to be screaming while you're on stage.
It doesn't work in any other setting. Like it's just streaming.
It doesn't feel like it works with like acting.
Yes.
Because it's funny to be like, you're from Ohio. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, you know, I also have to acknowledge that like there's like a trope of like black boys being, you know, kind of criticized for this where like other people wouldn't. But I think that Jake Paul was this.
I mean,
huh?
by some, but yeah,
yeah.
If someone's a shitty driver, I'm not going to race. I'm just like, wow, you crashed into a baby.
Yeah.
It was just bad driving.
No, for sure. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
You know what? I'm excited that I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so curious.
I'm curious to see what it is.
Can I speculate a little bit?
Please.
I think maybe they didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Like, we know, not a friend of ours, but I don't know if you've also heard this anecdote. Someone we know was planning a live show, prepping for a live show.
Yes, I do know this.
A tour, matter of fact. And planned nothing and was bragging about having planned nothing. Because they don't have to. You know, they're just famous, so it's like it's just free money, or whatever. Which is, in my opinion, extremely unethical to get people to buy tickets for a thing. But they don't strike me as sit down and planners.
They don't live in the same place. Like I think it's worth noting that.
Where does Speed live?
Ohio. Didn't you watch the
trailer? I thought it was Kai that lived in Ohio.
Kai is from the Bronx.
Huh. I guess maybe they met up directly in the middle.
Yeah,
Where do they have tigers?
I don't know. Like this just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh my! The more obvious example of Rumble is Andrew Tate. That's the Andrew Tate streaming platform.
Oh, I didn't know he was on there. Okay,
yeah, it's where they all go. Sneeko, Leafy.
I wonder. Yeah, this is interesting because I feel like doesn't Kick have better PR than Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting.
I think Rumble maybe is making a play because Rumble predates Kick, but has no relevance to like anybody but the smaller Andrew Tate fans. You know what I mean? It's like they don't have anybody with even a tenth of that kind of viewership.
Yeah.
Not because like Steven Crowder isn't popular, but his audience is dumb, and they're not gonna like follow you to a platform or. The only reason like people like that watch anything is because it's easy.
Yeah,
they want everything in their life to be easy. So like, I think this could actually work because they're doing something different. Like go to Rumble to watch a thing you've never seen these two guys do and together.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it'll be interesting.
I mean, I'm not gonna go on Rumble, but
I'll wait for takes to show up.
Yeah, I'll watch a summary.
Yeah,
with the volume really low. A very strong compressor.
I've been wanting to watch the TikToks from this girl who keeps coming up on my, I was gonna say my For You page, but really just Twitter feed. But I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. But it's in the genre of those like sci-fi POV, like creative writing type.
It's always like YA style novels, like that.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Hunger Games anime rules or something.
Right. Where it's like POV, you just got expelled from your combat boarding school for wearing pink, and you just want to show off to the boys.
A universe where love feels bad and hate feels good.
Yeah. Why won't you let me back in? You know I'm the top of my class.
Yeah, they are weird because they're like, there's a reason they aren't actual books, and it's because the premise is like not.
It's like a little bit absurd, but yeah. So this girl has been conquering the internet, and I just want to see what it's all about.
Especially popular one.
Yeah, I think she is. POV. Her name is Brianna Gaudry. Goudry. How would you say this?
Brian Naguidry.
Yeah, Brian Naguidry.
Can we use that word?
Yeah.
Is that something for Italians only?
Yeah. She has 3 million on TikTok, so that's sick.
Shout out.
Okay, POV. Every time you fall in love, you lose 10 years off your life.
How was school?
Great. I'm in love.
Uh-oh. With who?
With 3 boys. Jason, Kevin, Timmy.
No.
Oh my God, you're dead. That's more than 3, first of all.
Oh, you can't fall in love with people that easily. Every time you fall in love with someone new, you lose 10 years off your lifespan.
Was she going to live 100 years?
Yeah, she was. She was about to live to be 106.
So yeah, to the audio listeners, it is it says she's 6 years old, which is why she's doing one of the creepiest voices I've ever heard. She's got pigtails like a 6-year-old.
Yeah, gotta have those.
And she's chatting to her mum, who I guess has not mentioned the rules.
Yeah, her mom let her. I feel like these are always in like a wizard school, and she hasn't got her like wizard powers yet or something.
Like, oh shit! By the way,
no, don't say that. You're gonna cut. What kind of mother lets you cut 30 years off your life? Walks you into that line of questioning, and then like, what was the first thing she said? Great, I'm in love.
Stop.
Uh-oh. With who?
Don't say uh-oh with who. You
crazy?
Mom. You walked her into that.
She didn't even lose it until she said it out loud.
Yeah.
She was still at a nifty 100.
She said, I'm in love. Don't say uh-oh with who. Say stop. Yeah. Don't tell me a single thing about these guys.
Do not feel that way ever.
Yeah. Until you're ready to do it just once. And then maybe you can sacrifice 10 years.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because these are always, I mean, the whole thing with YA novels is they usually, like, the high concept of them is usually something that resonates with teenagers because it's like a super dramatic version of a feeling they have.
Right.
They don't have, like, a lot of life experience, but they have the feeling, right?
Right.
So, what the fuck is, there's a Divergent. Divergent is just the high school cafeteria. Like, here's the nerds, they sit over here, and here's the gamers, and then here's the jocks or whatever. And it's just that, but it's a world.
Yeah.
Or like the Maze Runner is, I don't know, like the SATs or some shit. It's always that. But this is what? Like, love is... I didn't think she'd start at 6.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it'd be 10 years.
Yeah. Is she gonna learn about... like the issues, like, so she just got explained after she lost 30 years of her life. Her mom explained the rules to her.
Good job she was going to live to 100, by the way.
Yeah.
Not 40.
Yeah, exactly. Like, imagine. Like, oh, you're gone.
Whoops.
With 3 boys.
Stop.
Jason, Kevin,
No.
Timmy.
No, you can't fall in love with people that easily. Every time you fall in love with someone new, you lose 10 years off your lifespan. Brianna, look at this picture of
Okay.
Jacob.
Age 16. No, what are you doing?
Wait a second. The math doesn't add up.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Because
she's-
when she was 6, she had 70 years left.
Now that she's
Okay,
60.
so when she was 6, she had
Well, she had
100 years left.
And then
her mom let her say 3 boys. So then she went down to 70 years left, which means she would live to 76.
She didn't just
Now-
let us say 3 boys. She was like, go ahead.
Go ahead, say a few boys.
Oh, my bad.
And then we fast forwarded 10 years and she still has 70 years
Yeah,
left.
maybe if you every time you hate someone, you get 10 years back or something.
Lordy's abs.
Wow.
It's the best sound effect. Wait, she's physically looking at the number.
Yeah, she can see it.
All right.
When you fall in love, falling in love is looking at a picture of Jason Elordi's abs.
Losing 10 years for each ab.
And it's worth it.
Oh, let me
it's
tell
worth
you.
it. Let me tell you.
She doesn't even love him. It's fake.
I do love how she said, wow.
Wow. Boom. Boom. The decade.
Yeah.
Oh no, now I'm only gonna live till I'm 60. I can't.
Okay.
Wait. So this is not years left. This is the age you'll live to?
Oh, yeah, because it says 8 years left.
Yeah.
So I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess same difference, kind of.
I guess. It's like, I'm just going to say if the rules are not clear.
This book sucks.
Ever fall in love again, so don't show me any more pictures of men with 6-packs.
Also, I get that this is like satire or whatever, or maybe it's not. I don't know. But like, really?
Which is
6-packs are what you need to fall in love with somebody.
It feels a little bit, teensy-weensy little bit, like watching 1, 2, 3 go.
Oh,
where,
it does feel like 1, 2, 3 go.
It's not just, okay, how much is serious, how much is weird. It's the part that's like blowing me away is how does the human brain come up with this? It's just amazing. Like I don't have the gray matter to be able to put this together.
Right. It's like, it's impressive because of how it's like Tears of the Kingdom. Like, how did you make this?
They optimized it so well.
How did you do? Like, truly, it feels impossible that you did this on such a on such a device as the Switch.
How many does she have?
Got to be hundreds.
Because to have come up with that many premises is kind of cool.
Yeah, I know.
Are you really never gonna fall in love again?
No, I'm not. I need to live a long life. What's left of it. So I'm going to be celibate.
Class, we have a new student, Jake. He came all the way from England. Hello, everybody.
Who did she say that to?
Yeah. Well, they were just having a conversation.
Was it her teacher or her mom? Because
that was best friend that showed her the abs, and then she's still 16.
Right. Okay.
Did she go to class?
Yeah. So now she's in class, and hello everyone.
Imagine you're like sat in math, and then you just hear.
And she's like,
my
oh
God.
no, 10 more years. And they're like, what are you looking at? She's like, there's a 50 right here.
I'm gonna die.
I'm
at
gonna
50.
die.
Like, oh, you're expelled. You're crazy. Oh, the British.
Oh no.
You fell in love again? You know there's a way to reverse it, right?
What?
Really? How?
You have to fall into hate.
Fall out of love with him one day.
Oh.
What?
Oh, it's done.
Oh. Okay. POV, you get chosen to test out the new AI assistant, but it's not what you expected.
Hashtag story acting viral for you. Scary.
Scary. Uh-oh.
Scary.
Good morning, Brianna. How may I assist you today?
Hello.
Mom, why is there a robot above my head?
Oh, you got one.
Oh, we're back on this.
I loved it. It's always, oh, you got one. Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like the young adult thing of like, oh, you have the thing. Not everybody has
The
it.
only one with the thing.
And you're lucky. Only a few people were chosen to test out the new AI assistant. Hello, Brianna. What can I assist you with?
No thanks. I don't need any help. You can find someone else.
Hello, Brianna. How may I assist?
She's like, I tries to walk away from the thing that's floating above her head.
Yeah, it's like stuck to her foot. Well, okay. I thought it was going to be like, wow, this is so convenient. And then, wait, how did you know my boyfriend's name? I don't know. Like, it's scary because of how much access it has.
Right.
And this is just like, it's following me around. I don't like it.
Leave me alone. I want some privacy.
It's going to fall on me.
assist you today?
Look, I told you I don't need any help, so just leave me alone.
Hey, baby.
Jake, I missed you so much.
How may I assist you, Brianna?
It's got a little tude now.
It sounds like the button.
How may I? Yeah, it's like it's like Smart House.
It's exactly like Smart House.
How may I assist you, Ben?
Just trying to help, but
Yeah.
fine.
You can assist me by never speaking again.
That doesn't help. Bad assistant.
For the audio listeners, the AI assistant killed Jake.
Just shot it with a laser.
Shot it with a laser. Holy shit.
Shot it with a Star Wars bolt.
In a million years, I would have never guessed that it just killed Jake.
I thought it was going to be like, is it because she's like, now he'll never speak again?
Yeah.
Or is it just you insulted me, so I
Yeah,
killed your
I think-
boyfriend?
yeah, maybe both. You killed him, you stupid robot.
Killed him, you stupid robot!
Oh, 10 years. Wait, what?
Hello, I am Brianna.
Help, help, I'm the real Brianna.
Ooh. They
Whoa.
Freaky Friday'd.
So you said,
Now you're trapped in a computer.
what if she kills her robot boyfriend?
Yeah, she's like, now I can finally go on a date with Jake Bot.
10 years of my life from falling in love. No.
No, not Jake Bot.
Darn.
Not Jake Bot. I loved him. Pew, pew, pew.
What if we start calling you Jake Bot, Jacob? How would you feel about that?
That'd be cool.
Me,
I could
Jake
always
Bot?
just be a robot.
Yeah, we just replace you with a robot.
An advanced AI scary.
Okay, so now we're on part 2.
Wait, so she's back. Now Brianna's a person again.
I guess.
How may I assist you, Brianna?
You can assist me by never speaking again. Jake! You killed him, you stupid robot! Hello, I am Brianna.
Help, help, I'm the real Brianna. Somebody get me out of here.
Your line is, how may I assist you today? Ha 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 ha.
Hey, Bri, I've been looking for you.
Hi,
No, stay away from Stephanie. She's my best friend.
we are best friends.
Yeah? Why are you acting strange?
I am not.
You can't believe it's just shooting them with lasers. AI assistant.
AI assistant.
This could be mech.
You can't, dude. Do not question a Gundam. It
This
will
could
shoot
be
you
a
with its
ghost.
eye.
Like, why is it an AI assistant?
I love that you can shoot lasers, but like you can't use a more realistic sounding voice.
Yeah, that's it. I am regular Brianna.
I am your friend. Hey, Brianna, why are you speaking so weird? Die.
This is awesome. Imagine this as a YA novel.
Oh my
It's
God.
just Brianna walking up to people and shooting them with a laser.
What did you just shoot laser beams out of my eyes?
Don't underestimate the
Hold on. Why is that the question and not? You just murdered
You
Stephanie, my
murdered-
best friend.
Shit. Well, I mean, even when she killed her boyfriend, she had the energy of like, oh, you keyed my car.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, come on.
Come
You
on,
killed Jake.
man. Gotta find another boyfriend 10 years in
God
your life.
damn it.
power of AI. I am Brianna.
Brianna, there you are. I'm a part of the AI assistant software team. We've come across a problem.
There is no problem.
I fully thought she was about to kill him.
Wait, and this is part 3. I thought it was going to be like, I'm part of the FBI for robots. FBI. I'm going to take you
The
out.
FBI, that actually goes hard. And oh, what's that? It's now the #1 show on CBS.
Oh, no, please.
FBI, starring Queen Latifah and The Rock.
She's back. Young FBI. What's the name of the genre?
The unfortunate thing is, I think it's POV.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Or story.
Yeah, POV story.
Oh, wait, there's another. Is that a different person doing AI assistant?
Yeah.
Huh?
Wie kann ich dir helfen?
Oh. Wait, really?
Are they like jacking her style?
It's an adaptation to. And just dub in the right language?
Yeah.
Just put in the
Put it in
make it seem
German.
like me, Jordan, knew what the right language was.
I think it's German.
Because it was one of them, innit?
Okay, well, you didn't have to.
Could be Dutch.
It could be, I guess.
Come on, guys.
All right, this is POV Oops.
Jump scare. I'm gonna be your shampoo.
I guess we should talk about.
You gotta catch up on Enoch sometime.
Yeah, we should.
No.
POV, you were born with a curse where if you speak, you die.
But hashtag story acting viral for you.
Yeah, because word spoken. Seemingly, if this hits 1, that's a problem.
Wait, so this started at age 6.
They all started at age 6.
You go up to when you start speaking at age 6.
No, you can never take the tape off. It must stay on forever. You were born with a curse. If you speak, you die.
She's just doing that thing where, for sleep quality reasons, she puts tape over her mouth.
She's got hostage tape.
Yeah.
Hostage brand tape. That's a scary name for that product. Have you seen that on Instagram?
Yes.
Hostage tape.
Yeah, that's
terrifying.
Wild. Imagine like you don't. I'm trying to think of the circumstances, but like you walk in, like I'm I'm sleeping in or something, and you need to wake me up for the podcast. You like come into my bedroom, and I've just got hostage tape over my mouth.
Just using hostage tape and sleepy rope to tie myself up.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Oh, I'm so drowsy.
Yeah, I'm so tired. I've increased my sleep quality with hostage tape and tie up rope. This seems like a kink.
Yeah, dude. It's literally just like I have sleep apnea, so I'm taking myself to Guantanamo.
Look at the loser tape mouth over there. Shh.
I love that. I love the YA slurs.
It's gotta be bullying, but you can't say like.
Yeah, it's mudblood. You know what I mean?
Which is so much worse than most names.
Mudblood is a good slur. Like I'll give credit where credit's due. J.K. Rowling came up with a good one.
I mean, if there's one thing you can do.
There. Shh. She's looking this way. What if she can hear us? Don't worry, she can't hear. Oh, you're so right. She obviously can't hear if she can't speak.
These kids are 17.
This is wild. These are very strange children.
Hey, tape mouth. I mean, Brianna. I was wondering if maybe you wanted to go to the movies with me after school. Dude, she actually bought it. She's so gullible. Hey, tape mouth. Let's trip her. Aw, poor tape mouth.
Hey, I'm gonna trip you.
Damn.
Tape mouth, it doesn't even. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, tape mouth. It
Am I
sounds like a
crazy?
band.
Yeah, I'm in tape mouth.
I'm in tape mouth.
Oh,
Dude,
actually,
the new album by Tape Mouth.
Tape mouth.
I don't care anymore. I don't want to live like this.
Oh.
Why did I just get money?
She knows twists, dude.
Yeah.
Tape mouth over here knows what she's doing.
I never would have in a million years. Once again, I've been bamboozled.
It's a curse, by the way. I like that too, that there's no world building as to like why she's the only one with a magic curse.
Yeah.
Because that's not a wizarding world, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, maybe it was. Also, giving somebody a heads up before you bully them is funny to me. Hey, tape mouth.
Let's go trip her.
Time to trip you.
I guess she can't hear in their minds.
Oh, yeah, that was very odd.
Yeah, because you can't hear.
That's maybe
wait,
what's
there's a part two.
Another words book. Oh, is it a sequel?
We got to get the sequel.
Honey, you're home from school early. Mom, you lied to me. Speaking doesn't kill me. It gives me money. Shh. Don't speak. I did this to protect you. Do you really think the government will let you live freely with this kind of power? Now put the tape back on and never speak again.
Where's it come from?
Where does the money come from and where does it go?
Yeah, where's it going?
Are you getting it in cash?
To the mouth.
Being wired to an account?
That's so strange. I love that. That's like who cares? I don't know. Maze Runner.
Hey, girlie. What are you doing? Hey. Since when can you speak?
I'm trying to understand the logic by which, like why did she get $700,000 for saying "hey"?
Yeah.
But then, like
10 words gave her like $5,000.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I would, I guess, only speak in long sentences and slowly build. Right?
Yeah.
What if it's just coming out of the pockets of like the working class?
Yeah,
He's just
right?
like destroying America.
Imagine like a hustle podcast where guys are explaining. Like, what you got to understand is you got to say a lot of words so that you build your money over a slow clip. Because if you just say one word and get $700,000 easy, you don't learn to build. You don't learn to grind.
You're building equity with sentences.
They have cursors over their they have the money counter above their head on their like Twitch.
They're looking at it.
Thing. It's like, all right.
She's never once looked at her money, did she? That's unlike her.
No, what's the total? We're
You've
at like
changed.
millions. Yeah.
Why did you just get money?
Why can't she see
wait,
it?
what?
Where did she get?
Wait, where did she see it?
Yeah.
Just check a Wells Fargo real quick.
Well, I'm like, she can see it probably because she saw the plus since she can see the word spoken.
That's so much money so fast.
Yeah,
That's
truly.
millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So, like, you think Chase would maybe call you for security
They would
purposes?
definitely prevent deposits from being made.
Hey, this is going to sound
Secret to tell
insane.
you, but you have to pinky promise you won't tell anyone about it.
Oh, pinky promise. That'll protect you.
Shit. You know what? Quick shout out. I think it's cool. She does do costuming. She changes outfits for different days. Pigtails for 6.
No, this is a fascinating genre, and this is genuinely entertaining.
I have a secret to tell you, but you have to pinky promise you won't tell anyone about it.
Of course, bestie. Pinky promise.
Every time I speak, I get money.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
We've located the girl. We know your secret. You're gonna have to come with us. Come on.
Oh.
We've located the girl.
FBI, CIA, TBH. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, man.
Money division.
That's awesome. Shout out to Brianna Gaudry.
I think it's neat. Like,
Gaudry.
it's like a very fun, short form, creative writing thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like my brain doesn't work like that. I could think of that kind of stuff.
Right.
But it is like, I don't know. It's nice to be able to burn through an idea like that without like having to, because that's just not a novel.
Yeah.
It would be boring to do it for that long.
Right.
But it's fun to just hop in and go like, what if a dog had a car?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Bye. That one's she's so good at twists.
Truly?
No world where I'd be like, yeah, you get money.
It like feels like the things she says are not allowed. Like you're not allowed to go from this thing to this thing.
It's too smart.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps this episode of Sad Boys up. But if you are so inclined, we will be continuing this episode with a full bonus episode on patreon.com/sadboys.
It's us with that one.
Yeah.
He's sad on Boys.
Where we will talk about the Shane Dawson Steve-O podcast. We may watch a little bit of that.
Oh boy.
We've also got some we're going to talk about people's crazy employment.
Oh yeah, we got some
like stories.
Listener submitted retail jobs.
Customer service horrors.
Which should be devastating and maybe funny.
But until next week, unless you want to join us for the Patreon, we end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom.
Boom.
At a deli I worked at, someone threw a pound of liverwurst at my head because they didn't like how it was sliced. What do you mean?
That's crazy.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it.
Girl, too rich for me.